doing today. Woo. Got a bunch of stuff to ship out. Had some orders come in overnight. Had the rest of the stuff from yesterday. Yeah, fucking Supertramp's shit. Anyone who doesn't like him doesn't know what they're talking about. I will make that blanket declarative statement. Breakfast in America, one of my favorite albums of all time. But really, there's a lot of really good Supertramp. I like a lot of that prog rock era. I like me some Yes. Of course, you've got your Pink Floyd. I mean, there's a ton of great bands from that era. Traffic, meh. Styx, I like me some Styx. All right. This is a Hazel Atlas milk glass children's mug. I'm going to ship the stuff from the other store first. Let's see, how's this going? First class. All right. Well, we can do that. Sold for $10. Been in the store 3-4 years. Paid pennies. We don't need all this. We don't need all this business. But yeah, yesterday, I mean, it was a great weekend just in general for sales. I mentioned it last night. I think possibly definitely my best weekend this year. A lot of it was, I mean, multiple $100 plus items. So a lot of it had to do with the huge listing push I did last month. Some of it from the yard sale and estate sales I went to last weekend. All right, let's see here. Thanks. I was particularly proud of today's thumbnail, I have to admit. I've had the idea for a little while, and then I was like, I just need to do this. Like, yeah. Isn't it weird that like there's YouTubers who literally go to Walmart and spend like $5,000 at Walmart, not on anything on sale, just on stuff at Walmart, and then they take it to YouTube and take it to whatnot and auction it off for like twice what they paid for it at Walmart? That's just weird. And there's a lot on there of just like, you know, somewhat junky stuff that is not worth listing on eBay. And it's just, yeah, it's the human centipede of inventory. All right, sold. This is from the other store. How to make punches and other mixed drinks with California wines. Sounds delicious. Reception punch. Ooh. 1 bottle of California champagne. Half cup sugar, 1 cup fresh lemon juice, 2 cups apple juice, 2 cups orange juice, chill champagne for 4 hours. Ooh, that sounds good. Champagne peach punch. 2 12-ounce cans of peach nectar, 1 can frozen orange juice concentrate, 3 cups water, 1/4 cup lemon juice, 1/8 tablespoon salt, 3 large bottles of California champagne, well chilled. Sounds pretty good. I'd drink that. Oh, I probably should have put a non-bendifier in this thing. It's not too late. This sold for $7. Now let me catch up here. I always have to double check it. That's one of those words that my brain definitely likes to mix up. Yeah, I agree with this too. And that agreed. I think it's a good place for sports cars. I think it's a good place for some other collectibles. I don't really see it. Oh yeah, probably. I got some grit in my coffee this morning. Here, I'm gonna go take care of that real quick. Be right back. And we'll go right back to the greedy coffee. We'll go from the top. All right, sold this Pointers on Canasta Argentina rummy game. This is from 1949, little leather bound, cool little thing. I remember picking this up. I bought it in a lot of board games and card games. It was just kind of tucked in one of the other board game boxes. I'm like, oh, we'll list it. And it took, 3 years, but it did sell for $16. Papergoy sent me a message. Really? Like when? Oh. Here we go. Oh, cool. He wants to go on the show. Is he trying to branch out and do some promotion and cross promotion and all that kind of stuff? All right, the last item that's sold from that store is this John Steele Secret Agent comic book. 1964, gold key, $20. And it has been in the store. I know when we bought it. It was April 2019. We bought it in Florida, the Florida Keys. When I still worked for the company I worked for, I was at, we had our President's Club in Miami. And after the President's Club hullabaloo, we went to go sourcing. And drove down the Keys, found a bunch of awesome yard sales, and one of them had like a bunch of comic books, and that's where that one came from. No recollection of what was paid. Couldn't have been very much. And there are a bunch more comics still from that buy hanging out down there. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they are on weekends, right? I do Saturday mornings and Sunday nights, which is like Saturday midday over on the East Coast. It's when, you know, everyone's pretty much already done with their yard sales and flea markets. So we could figure something out. All right. Just going to keep going with the non-postcard stuff. Man, a couple more orders came in. Nice. All right. So this big slide lot, 250, 35 millimeter. These are all flowers, floral, trees, etc. Took an offer for $50.05 plus shipping. And I will make, believe, some money on the shipping. Couple of bucks. One of the collections I bought was pretty much all flowers. And I think I have enough to even do another lot similar to that. So I hear this, says the guy who pretty much only does a live show doing stuff he already has to do. And some periodically what sold videos that he refuses to edit. And won't do if he thinks it's going to take more than 15 minutes. Hi, I'm busy right now. Sold the Polly Pocket that was sitting in the eBay buyout backstock. This was not listed. This is the from 1995. It's the Polly Pocket comb and curl salon. This sold for overnight. Listed it yesterday. $69.95 plus shipping. And it's going to Delaware, so we all know what that means. It's probably continuing on somewhere else after that. But that ain't none of my business. Let's just start over. That did not work out. Going anywhere. We'll maybe give it one more little. Yeah, I mean, it's daily is too much for me. It breaks up my day too much. I don't get as much other stuff done. And I've just been a lot more productive lately, not having to do it. So I'm calling it a break for now. And yeah. And we'll see what happens. I'm not saying I'm not, and I'm not saying I am. My non-committal nods of approval. What? What? You're being nice? Or are you just trying to get more treats? Because I just gave you treats like 10 minutes ago. Actually, 33 minutes ago. And I even tipped over your chicken bag so you can just go and get it out yourself. Okay. All right, this can't go on for very long. Okay? He is purring. All right, just want to say hi to the peeps and show them the beans. Say hi to the peeps, show them the beans. Show them the beans. Show them the beans. Nope. All right. All right, buddy. gonna have to put you down because I got to do work. We'll go get you some treats. All right, moving on. All right, sold a belt buckle. I got this from my guy a couple of months back. It is a Tony Llama State Collection for Washington State, the Washington State seal. Not very well done, in my opinion. I mean, it looks cool, but the state seal has a little more definition. This is George Washington's got a pretty flat face here. Regardless, it sold for $35.95 plus shipping. Just go ahead and panelize this whole thing. All right, what's next? Sold another lot of slides. This one is a lot of 53 animals and birds. Sold for $44.95. Here they are. Look, there's like a water buffalo, some cows, and a person on a horse, and a hawk or something. And we got Some underwater creatures, I think. Another bird. There's a part of a zebra's butt. There's a sleeping dog. Yep, these sure are animals. There's a raccoon on a chair. There's a moose and an owl, and there's some more zebras. So yeah, I'll take $44.95 for some animal slides, animal pictures. That seems like a good deal for everybody. Also happy to be making money on the slides after the tremendous amount of work that it took to go through those. But it was a good learning experience too. Like, I probably wouldn't, like, I know what kind of slides I would buy again. And I know how to process them now, which is also good. It's a little bit less intimidating than it used to be. I mean, the part of it was, you know, I had most of those for 2 or more years, and they were just not listed because I just didn't really have my brain wrapped around how I was going to do it. And once I'm done with the project of going through that basement inventory, I'm on to photographs, which is not, I don't think, too far removed from the slides in terms of how to list them, etc. Sold this patch. It's a World War II Mediterranean Allied Forces shoulder patch from the U.S. Army. It's actually going to Australia. It's sold for $17.82 Australian money, and then they paid a ridiculous amount of money to have it shipped. Like a truly ridiculous amount of money. shipping to Australia is crazy right now. I mean, there's collectors for that stuff. It could also be like like craft projects or audiovisual projects, or maybe you just want to have, like, you know, you're throwing a party and you want to have sort of like a random, you know, vintage image montage going on a wall for whatever, right? I mean, people collect just straight up photographs too, right? Collectors don't, I mean, you don't really need to have a use for them. Collectors collect. That's what they do. They collect to have, right? I think at some level it's, you know, somewhat instinctual as well. Sold a shirt. Pierre Cardin. Dress shirt. Red. Shirt. Sold for, oh, it's pretty clean. Like $9 plus shipping. Let's see here. Yeah, commercial use, who knows? That's actually the second red shirt, dress shirt, that I've sold out of that inventory in the past like 3 or 4 months. The first one, the person bought it and didn't know how to open a package and cut the shirt, and then wanted to return it after admitting that they cut the shirt. To which I said, nope. And then they tried to go to eBay, and eBay is like, dude, you said you cut the shirt. Like, it's not the seller's fault. Sold a Statler Geomaster compass. Very good condition. $13.72. should probably cover up that label. There is a group here in Seattle. They have a YouTube channel. I highly recommend them. They are awesome. I will drop the link in a moment. And they combine a lot of found video, old commercials, and like all kinds of stuff into basically these really well done photo montages. Not photo montages, video montages. But it's weird. It's amazing though. If you guys like, it's good stuff to have in the background while you're listening because you don't have to pay attention to it. And it's very ADD, so it's always changing and morphing. So and if anybody recognizes, if they know what Nilbog is, you get bonus points. Sold some Tycho track. 2 pieces of the 1/8 circle, sold for $8.95 plus shipping. Buster, you know I'm going to use the tape. You keep coming back like I'm not going to use the tape. But you know I'm going to use the tape. Bye. Nilbog is the name of a town, fictional town from the movie Troll 2, which is regarded as not the worst, but like a bad 80s horror movie. It's one of those so bad it's good kind of things, and it's got a huge cult following. There's a documentary about it. And Nilbog, of course, is goblin backwards. How creative, right? It's it's sort of in the category of The Room, if you've ever seen The Room, or like there, I haven't been in a long time, but there's a theater in Seattle that does weekly showings of The Room, which is like it's kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show in that it's audience participation. Like they hand out like plastic spoons at the beginning of the show, and anytime this wooden spoon on the wall shows up on screen, you're supposed to throw the spoons at the wall. It's a lot of fun. If you like that kind of experience at a theater, check out, just search your local town for The Room. And I'm sure there's a small independent theater not too far from whatever major city you're closest to that does a showing. It's sort of a cult thing. It's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but with less music. The Guild, not the Guild, the West Seattle Theater does once a month Rocky Horror Picture Show. Back in the day, the Park Place Theater, not Park Place, Overlake Theaters had once a month Rocky Horror too. When I was in high school, I went to one the very first time. It was the first time I ever saw Rocky Horror Picture Show. I went to like a theater showing of it, having no idea what I was getting myself into. And I don't think I was old enough to appreciate it yet, because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are these people singing? Sold a Hot Wheel. Let me make sure I accurately describe the condition of this packaging, because so please see photos. All right, it's clearly creased. They know what they're getting into. All right. Hot Wheels XV Racers. It's a friction racer, so it's one of the ones you go and it goes. Sold for $13.45. Came from that Hot Wheel buyout a long time ago. Do I have anything I can reuse today? So, anyways, Nilbot. Back to where we were starting. That was the like mega tangent. Not really that big of a tangent, because if you like bad film and can appreciate stuff that's so bad it's good, then you should go check out Kaleidoscope. And you should go check out The Room if it happens to be playing in your area. Oh, Jennifer Hazen, thank you. But first, go check out Kaleidoscope. I would say check out Kaleidoscope. If you like Kaleidoscope, then go check out The Room. And maybe stream Troll 2 and the Troll 2 documentary. It's a good double feature. back to back. Sold a pen. This is a cross pen. It's a nice one. Just needs a filler. $16.96 plus shipping. Going to... Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so this is going to another freight forwarder, but this time the freight forwarder is in Florida, and the item will eventually end up in Chile, one hopes. There we go. Oh, it's going eBay International, not a freight forwarder. But the oh, I see. They picked first class international, but I'm sending it eBay standard international. Nothing makes me want to watch Human Centipede. I mean, you can just go watch some Whatnot auctions. It's the same thing. All right, sold some records. Sold quite a few, actually, 5. Let's start off with this one. Maurice Evans reads A.A. Milne's Joyful. Winnie the Pooh. Sold for $10.95 plus shipping. I'm pretty sure that this came out of the last big collection I bought. It's been up for a while. Here. So here's a $3.
This is 23 by 18 inches. Promo for Fish Farmhouse.
That's actually pretty good deal.
And this is just a random stack, guys. I've got over 10,000 promo posters.
Oh, poster.
I'm going to be setting up a promo poster, mainly promo only posters day.
That's too much.
Next couple days here, I'll schedule that one.
If it was a promo record, maybe. 40 cents each, best you could find. Man, that's a lot. I'm actually I'm moving to do a test on semi-rigid, which I think will be fine. And then if it's over a certain amount. You're right, Don. All right. We sold Flanders and Swan. Tried by the Center Court. This is like British comedy. EMI import. No idea where I got this one. It's just a rando collection, that item. I actually have a few of these Flanders and Swan. There's one album they did called Top of the Hat, and then they did another Top of the Hat. This sold for like $6.95. It's really nothing to write home about. Oh, sold for $5.95, not even $6. The threshold. I mean, it's got to be into the 5 figures because I've never written home about anything. I'm sure that if I had a 5-figure sale, I'd write home. Sold Rod Stewart. Every picture tells a story. This is long before he made the creepiest music video ever made. If you're not familiar with the creepiest music video ever made, just go check out Forever Young. Not the Alphaville Forever Young, the Rod Stewart Forever Young. Exactly. Oh, that works. And then the last record. We sold some Sweeches for my beaches. Mayim Bialik's finest performance on any media ever, I must say. Until Jeopardy. 1616. Can you believe it? Somebody paid $16.16 for the Beaches soundtrack, which, as far as I know, is just Wind Beneath My Wings on repeat. I mean, Rick Springfield is just creepy in general. I'm just specifically talking about creepy music video. That one's pretty creepy. Also for creepy videos, Third Eye Blind. God, what's the name of it? Oh wait, it's not Third Eye Blind. It's Goo Goo Dolls, I think. Maybe it is. It, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls Iris. Also very, very creepy. Seedless for your beefless. Damn it, Don. Now I gotta get my pen to give you a point. All right. That's all these things. Now I get to sit down and do some postcards. There's a few late orders that we'll go pull in a bit. Doing pretty good on time here. No, wait, too late. You got a point. It's done. Some back when people, yes. Wow, this person's got a cool name. I can't say it, but it's cool. It rhymes with Balker Bite House. I'll let you guys figure out, do the math from there. Yeah, I'm familiar with what the fuck are you even doing? I think I've told the story of how whenever I had to fix something in my fraternity, the way I would get it done is to do it wrong in front of this one guy named Ed. And he would always be like, what the fuck are you even doing? Here, let me show you. And then before you knew it, it would be done. And believe it or not, that works on a lot of people. It also is a technique they use in interrogation to get you to provide information that you may not have intended to provide. For example, by making a statement about somebody directly to them that is incorrect or not quite correct or adjacent to correct but requires correction, it is almost a irresistible human urge to correct. So if I were to say, Dawn, it's funny you said that. You must be a very strong gun-toting Republican. You would probably not be able to not correct me, right? If I said that in all seriousness, you wouldn't be like, yep, totally. Bruh. Yes, I was in a fraternity. I joined a fraternity when I was 17 years old. I was the youngest person in my fraternity. I left Seattle University after 2 quarters of study. After graduating early, this was my escape plan to get out of the private school system and out of my house. At the age of 17. And it worked. So yeah, if you're anyone familiar with the Jordan Harbinger podcast, there is a really great episode from the chief interrogation officer from the CIA and IIS, I think it was. And it's fascinating whether or not you're into the subject or not. I think it's no, not that one. It's 2-part. I'll drop you the link to part 1. It's in general, the Jordan Harbinger podcast is good, but some episodes are extremely good, and the 2-parter on that link is extremely good. Highly recommend it. Basically, it's about how to get information from somebody who doesn't want to give you information. Oh yeah, that one's pretty creepy too. Oh, the one about paper dolls. The Decoder Ring. Yeah, Decoder Ring is fantastic. Every single episode of Decoder Ring is amazing. I wish it was more than monthly. When I do listen to podcasts, I'm usually either A, driving, B, listing, or like cleaning the house, doing stuff like that. And honestly, I'm the same way. Like, I will tune in and out of something, and I will go back and listen to the same podcast 2 or 3 times sometimes because I don't. I'm not paying attention through the whole thing. Same thing with TV shows while I'm listening. Like, I'll watch it, but I'll miss half of it, so I can go back and watch it again, and it's like brand new. Yeah, I can't listen to stuff like that when I go to bed. It actually has the opposite effect for me because my brain will tune into it and pay attention, and then I can't fall asleep. So I have to do like white noise. I usually do like YouTube rain, which is one of the reasons I've been sleeping on my couch mostly for the last year. Although last night I actually slept in my bed because it was raining for real. Crazy. It's storming right now. The wind's going nuts. Yeah, it was crazy weather last night. Yeah, might be able to hear that even. Oh, what a just-in-time drop. What's up, Cameron and Justin? All right. Uh-oh. How did I mess that up? We'll just go back and reprint that. All right, got 3 orders to go grab real quick. You know what? I'm just going to run and grab them real quick. It's only going to take a minute. I know they're easy to find. So you guys entertain yourselves. I'll be right back. All right. Couple more postcards. This one's really cool. I like this. This is as far as Street View, Chrome Street View goes. This is like as good as it gets, in my opinion. Not as good as it gets, but pretty darn good. Check this out. Like how many, you've got a classic Ford here. The old school V-Dub here. Looks like a Buick. And then like all the crazy, amazing signs for this town. Max's Sporting Goods. Joseph's Cafe. Like the only thing it's missing is like a gas station in the foreground. That's Lone Pine, California, by the way. I've had a few that are like, when you see ones like that, you're like, yep. Like this one, I'm pricing up a little bit. There was another one, a town in Arizona, I had for a while. That was another really good one. I think I put it on my Instagram. So if you're following me on Instagram, it should be easy to find because I only have like 40 posts ever. Actually, I can find it on my Instagram. There it is. Ooh, and Commonwealth Picker even. So this one's got like the Pepsi sign, the ice cream sign, all kinds of crazy cars. I think this is a Same Sky even before I knew about Same Sky. Lee's Cafe. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, only a couple left to go, so let's get this wrapped up because I'm going to have to go to UPS for the last item we're shipping. I actually knew somebody who ended up on To Catch a Predator. Not like closely at all, but there was this guy who was in this band called Mutator. What the hell did it? Oh, I already. Yep. And they were on tour. I knew them through Burning Man and stuff. And I can't void that one. Crap. Oh, but I don't get charged if it doesn't get used, right? And yeah, showed up on To Catch a Predator. He was married, but in an open relationship, and that's the only thing that I know. But yeah, talk about like instant pariah from everybody that you know. His band immediately broke up. They eventually got back together, of course, without him. But his bullshit ruined a lot of lives. A lot of people whose livelihoods were basically eliminated, or at least forced to have to change or reevaluate. Like that kind of shit has ripple effects. And I agree with Cameron, like I thought the show ended because Chris Matthews got into some shit, but I didn't know it was because somebody had shot themselves. If that's why it was, I don't think that's a reason to end the show. Okay, so this is the Pool Q case, soft case, that the Pool Q I sold the other day came in. And it sold for $14.95 plus shipping. I want to tighten this up a little bit. That's true. Very true. He actually, from that thing, he never got prosecuted because it was, they argued that it was never like presented to him that he was meeting a minor. He was just meeting somebody. And he got off of that based on that they entrapped him with without like him knowingly going to meet with a minor, which I don't know like how much of it is true, but that's secondhand information from other people I know. So all right, the last item wonder if this can go priority. It's about the same price, I think. Let's say if I did this. Oh, I can ship this priority and it's going to go. I don't have to go to UPS. I like that. All right. Because it's only going to Seattle, which is a best case scenario. I sold this slide scanner that I bought for my slides 3 years ago. Perfect. And I used a couple of times and realized it wasn't for me, and then stored it for 2 years, and then listed it in February and sold it yesterday for $799.95, which is what I paid for it 2 years ago. I did have to put in some work to get it listed, including like I did a video on showing it work, and yeah, the whole idea of this thing was to save time, and it really didn't save me any time. It didn't make listing slides any easier. The thing that made it easier was $60 and my cell phone. All right, that's about as good as she's going to get. Just making some bumpers. Because the bottom of this is a little closer to the edge than I want. So I'm just gonna make sure it's got a little bit more padding. And it's probably too thick. Is it necessary? Probably not, but better safe than sorry. It's only going to Burien, so it's basically a ferry ride and a 10-minute drive away. There we go. We'll do one, just to be sure. Down that is about it. There we go. I charged $40 shipping and handling, so I'm perfectly fine taking the extra time to pack that up. All right, see you, Cameron. Right? What I did was I just bought a LED tracing pad, the biggest one you could get for $60, and laid them all out, used my phone, took pictures. The scanner's fine, but for reseller purposes, you still have to like categorize the specific item, and it doesn't really help. It adds actually an extra step. It makes it harder and more cumbersome to do it, to list your items. So That's my take anyways. The device works great. But yeah. All right, let me get this stuff ready for Insta. So I don't have to go to UPS. That's always nice. I don't think we're going to get this in anything less than 2 because this is pretty much full. All right, well, the queue is clear. It can mean only one thing. We've come to the end of another shipping adventure. I hope you all have a great day. Hope the listing is easy. Hope the sales are good. We're going to go ahead and catch you all on the flip top.